Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are today in the Human Comedy, and at the last update we got a new car capable of doing this. Lago Maggiorre, the 1 hour circuit. We have got the new Porsche 911 GT3R, of course, happily, splendidly shod with a JB Designs livery, which we'll get to see you in it. We'll get to show you in a little bit. So for those that haven't done this race before, this is in the missions. It is the last one of the missions, and it's one of the 1 hour challenges. You get to do as many laps as you can to win the race at Lago Maggiorre in a GT3 car of your choice. Usable tyres are racing hards and racing mediums. It's never rained, so I've never seen that. Prizes are available on the first time through. It's like 1 million credits or 750,000. It's 750,000, I think. You get gold credits, 500,000, and then with a clean race bonus, you get the extra 50%. But I thought it was more than that. I thought it was a mil. It is what it is. But it's a field of GR3s. We can't do anything with the car in terms of modifications. It's entirely bopped, and the car settings are specified. We get to use, or should I say, we're actually going to use today the mediums. So let's just double check. We are going to be using the medium tyres, and we're going to attempt a one stop. Let's look at the leaderboard. We're down in 9th place there on our friends list at Neo Yami. 31 laps, that's very well done. That is tremendous. And in the top 10 stars, Sammy, of course, top of the tree in the world, which is tremendous on 2 accounts of all things. 31 laps twice, which is tremendous. Lee's in there on 7th, which is just mind-blowing. I used to be up there at one time a day, but in the most recent versions of the game, just not fast enough. But we have a new wheel to try here today. We have got the Logitech RS50 with Pro pedals, and we're going to see where that goes. We will be doing a rundown review of the Logitech wheel. We'll do a comparison. We'll show you what settings are used, but that'll be another day. Let's get stuck into this one and see where we go. Here we go then, folks. We know the usual spiel. We are up against the full field of GT3s, and it's normally the BMW we've got to chase up against and try and be better than. We are gonna try and make our way through the pack as quick as possible. We're using traction control 1, counter steer on strong. Settings we'll run through at the end. I didn't do those before we started off, did we? Oh, he closed the door on us there, didn't he, the naughty little monkey? This car looks to be very, very good on fuel. So there's Mr. Rubbelard, there's the man we're normally racing against. Whoa, wowzers. We rode the curb there, didn't we? This car feels very, very quick. And it feels like we've got the run on Mr. Tidgeney as well. Now, whilst it's going to be good on fuel, will it be good on tyres? Now, Mr. Rubbelard's got past Mr. Boudoir. Mr. Yamanaka leads, Mr. Inostroza in second. Mr. Cookabun third. That means Mr. Miazano's in fourth. Mr. Rubbelard 5, Boudoir 6, Widow 7th, Grady in 8th, and Mr. Fontana in 9th. Try and sneak round the inside here. Got a car approaching on my left. We've got a tap. Managed to hold it. We are being aggressive. We don't want Rublar to get away. We missed the opportunity to jump past him when we went sideways on the first lap. Purple first sector. Now we're one stop in this, so fuel is feeling okay. Purple on the second lap, which is always going to be the case. The BMW went sideways. We got balked by the Mazda. It's an M6, isn't it? That's what it is. Got to keep Mr. Rublar if we can. My Porsche teammate, Mr. Inostroza there. And Mr. Yamanaka's running. Mr. Rublar is running. Absolutely flying through there. A 2:00.634 fastest lap with Mr. Yamanaka right now. Now what we did notice with the last big game update is there was no wipe. They changed plenty of everything, but they didn't wipe the game at all, so they didn't reset these leaderboards, which in a sense is a shame because they didn't get everybody else the chance to have a go, but it kept the real true guys, the guys that are quick, at the top of the race. So I do respect that, and it is something we've wanted for a long time. No wipes. The wipes are a real frustration. So Yamanaka leads, Rublar second, Widdowmaker third. We've got a big gap back to Inostroza in fourth. Rublar has the fastest lap. Notice how we can cut the track quite significantly. Use plenty of runoff as well if you need to. Short shifting where we need to be. Rublar putting a 1:58.4. Short shifting doesn't give us the speed, but it saves the fuel. He braked there, didn't he? Okay. Target now, Yamanaka. My only guess is Rubelar's trying to run to a strategy for laps based on fuel. And we go from there. We don't get the fastest lap, we've got to be pushing for that. And this will be the first time we've done this race, I think, without gear slamming, which in itself is something different and something new. Rubelar's coming back at us. See if we can just catch Yamanaka here. We do that perfectly. This gives us the opportunity to talk about this car and understand what it's about. It feels very, very light, but it feels very, very planted and grippy. Tyre wear is very much even across the four wheels by the now, or right about now, should I say. Bunk's old brother. But it's got good grip. I know I'm benefiting from traction and counter steer, but it has got everything I want of it. Not the fastest lap. This was our fastest lap, but we lost 0.4 of a second there over the final part of the lap. Rubelar is now with Yamanaka. 0.4 of a second up feels good. We'll talk our way through a lap in a moment and we will try and understand where it is we're going and what we're doing while we've got a clear track. Rubelar's now past Yamanaka. Need to try and really make a killer of a lap here. Third gear feels the one. So we're 3.4 seconds ahead as we come round. 58.3, that gives us fastest lap of the race, which is great. Turn one, first gear, accelerate into the second hairpin, the first hairpin, but the second complex. Should accelerate out of that in second. We spun the back end up, which wasn't brilliant. Through the apexes of both of these corners, you can really cut them both really well, and you can use the runoff on that corner. Charging down the hill We're looking to brake on the end of this curb, just here. Third gear, hit the apex if you can, drive the car through on the throttle as much as possible. Up into fourth gear, and we're going to keep it in fourth here. Let the car roll in, slide it in. Now we're going to hit these two white paint spots. There we go, and there. Then cut across the top of this curb. All fourth gear. Straddle the sausage if you want to. This car feels a bit low, but now we're up into fifth gear. 1.2 seconds down, and that happened due to that spin at the first corner. There we go, it's an absolute flyer, this little car. 3.1 seconds in the lead. Let's go and try and put those 58s in. That's where we want to be. 58s would be good, low 58s. Ideally, keep a 58 off the scoreboard. Want them all 57s, but I'm not that kind of fast at this time. I got to find the feet again to do that. This might be the perfect platform to test out the old telemechanic thing, whatever the name is. Slow acceleration is second, but saves the gear shift, cut the apex. Second gear in. Third gear out. Now we're on lap 8. We've got 9 laps of fuel remaining. That's absolutely tremendous. We're only going to go to the end of lap 15, and we're going to take 15 laps of fuel. And we're going to attempt to just... what's the word? We're going to attempt to just short fuel it. But we don't want to take 15 laps of fuel. Yes, we do, don't we? Because we're going to do 15 laps. We're just going to... we're going to make the tyres work for us though, aren't we? We're not going to get the benefit of running low fuel if that's the case. The idea is we go as many laps on these tyres as we can and not carry the fuel. Short shifted there, double shift, which didn't work. Now this is a non-turbo car, isn't it? It is. We're 6 seconds ahead of Mr. Rubbelaar. Putting in 59 fours. Just past the 15-minute mark. Car doesn't really want to get into the corner anymore. Front tyres are wearing that a little bit more. Eight seconds in the lead. And we do expect Rubbelaar and Yamanaka to pit early. I think Rubbelaar will do a 2-stop. Yamanaka, not sure. It's not often Yamanaka doesn't get to the first pit stop first. They have had a habit of, and I say they, Pull Off in the Digital, the makers of GT, have had in the past decided to change how this race plays out, because it does race very differently now. Beauvoir is in then, one of the early stoppers, with 39% fuel left. We've got 45. I don't really know where we're going to put this in terms of laps. A little bit of a lift mid-corner there, just to try and keep the front end tucked in. The front end is trying to push. Ten seconds in the lead. We're not the first person to dip the tyres into that gravel. So where's this going to put us? This is the end of lap 10. So if we were two stopping, we could just sort of take 4 laps of fuel and we'd be hyper quick, wouldn't we? But I don't think we'd be quick enough to run all the way. Rubbelaar and Yamanaka, they're in. You'd certainly get the benefit of massively low fuel, wouldn't you? Tyres would be tremendous. You're going to waste, they say you're going to waste. You're going to spend 4 seconds changing tyres. You've got the driving, and then you've got to take 4 laps of fuel on this pit stop. And then you've got to take 10 laps of fuel on the next pit stop. So you're going to take 14 laps of fuel instead of 15. Which is interesting, but it's such a slow fuel fill. I wonder, you know, whether that's the way to go. "26 seconds in the lead over Kukkaban. Let's try it. Let's try 2-stop. Let's change midway. Let's change. Let's change the strategy. We've done a 1-stop for a long, long time. Let's take 10 laps of fuel. Take 10 laps of fuel. Let's go and do them. I think we're well slow. 37.46. We have done an extra lap though, haven't we? We took 9. come out in the lead. See if we can get these lap times down a bit. Light on fuel, just over half a tank. Got really seriously good grip with these tyres. We're going to the end of lap 20 on this occasion. As you can see up there, our best record is 31 laps, so we have done it before. Just with the physics changes, we've never been able to get there again. But see where we can go. .83 on an outlap. Gallo's gone to the pits. Let's give a shout out to who's doing what. So Cookerman's in second, Miazano third, Innestroza in fourth. That puts Grady in fifth, Huffman in sixth, Matt Salunga in seventh, and Suswillow in eighth. Doesn't like to steer at the front, this car. It gets pushed from the rear. But it's a really nice car to drive, really nice. We're down on the fastest lap by 0.364. Oh, there we go. A 158 dead. A 58.0. We can dip into the 57 surely. So 58.0, fastest lap now. Huffman's in the pits. That means Rubelard's back on the leaderboard. He's starting to charge his way back up. As we dip purple there, I believe. Again, 0.463 up. We like the combination numbers. 364, 463, they all work. So 15 seconds in the lead, just outside the 57s. Come on. Shouldn't have short shifted that. Inestrosa goes to the pits. That's lap 15. Halfway through. Where were we on the time? 28.47. So 31. At the end of this lap, if we can hit... Well, it's going to be very close. Purples. So we're 17 seconds in the lead. On the purples again, just a fraction ahead. Fuel is looking fine. Come on, end of the lap, should be good fun. We're 15 seconds over, we're 20 seconds over. Cookabun's gone to the pits, so that leaves Widdowmaker leading, Miazano in second, Grady in third, Cookabun in the pits in fourth, Rubelar up into fourth, Matsunoga in fifth, Suswillow in sixth, Lopez in seventh, Yamanaka in eighth. Still purple. Got to try and find that. Got to try and make the car turn better there. Doesn't feel like it's doing it. Cutting that apex really strong. We've lost a couple of tenths there, hadn't we? Excuse me, and a penalty. Not what we needed, just for running over that curve a fraction. It's a shame. We'll be denied any fastest lap. We didn't get it anyway. Yeah, we are just fractions of a second. We need to try and keep these lap times in the 58s. We can't leave the pits any later than 40 minutes 20 seconds. 40 minutes 20 seconds and we are done. So you can see at bottom left corner right beneath me there, that's the critical time, 33:27. So I'd suggest that has to be a 34:08 when we go across the line, which I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like a 34:18. Yeah, it is. We're 10 seconds down. I generally don't know whether these tyres will go all the way to the end, so I've got to spend another 4 seconds changing them. Miazano goes to the pits on 0 fuel, and Rubbelar is going to take second place. So close to being a 57. Oh, flipping jabingas. Two more laps. End of lap 20, we're coming in. Yeah, we're well down. More than the time we thought we were. Because we've got the time of the pit stop to do yet. Oh, back markers. We are 43 seconds clear now. Rubbelar's in second place. Yamanaka in second, Lopez in... Yamanaka in third. I've just missed the apex because I was reading the scores. That's the frustration. Damn. We'll try that again in a moment. We lost a whole second there. That's ridiculous. So Rubbelar second, Yamanaka third, Lopez fourth, Matsunonga in fifth, Boubois sixth, Fraga seventh, Hizal in eighth. We haven't seen much from Mr. Hizal. He normally comes back with an absolute flyer later in the race and takes the fastest lap, but here's what it will be. We're on to the last lap now. Tyres at halfway. I think we need to take the tyres. That was a 59, that was poor. The 4 seconds we can make up on new tyres, so let's not worry about that. We're going to be stationary a lot longer in this pit stop because we've got to take all the fuel. But we're definitely going to clear the pit stop, aren't we? Without doubt. Going into the pits, I'd completely forgotten. Set of tyres, and we'll take 10 laps of fuel and see where that goes. Oh my lord, tyres are looking really good actually. That's 10 laps. So it took 17 seconds. It took 20 seconds to start filling fuel. Wow. You can see the Porsche livery there, done by JB Designs. 7, 8, 9. Oh, I've short fueled. I pressed the button wrong. What a donut. I moved my thumb and it pressed the button. Robillard and Yamanaka both in the pits. I reckon we're just a fair chunk of time short. Driver error. Definitely driver error. At 17.858 we should be crossing the line, and that's how far away we are from completing the race. But we're driving it to win it now. We're not driving to set any records, so we're going to change the fuel map to meet our requirements for fuel. We need 9 laps at the end of this lap. So at the end of this lap we need 8 laps. So another little bit of tuition how to win a race when you accidentally short fueled. will short shift as well. We're 28 seconds in the lead, so we're doing everything we can. It's a shame. I was just so eager to get going. And as we come through, we'll drop to fuel map 3. Well, let's go 6 until we get it back. Just slow it down a little bit. And then we'll accelerate it up. It's Moreno. So here we go with the back markers. .8 it is, and a 2:02. Just getting fuel back to where it needs to be. Mr. Hizal's gone to the pits. So they're all going to the pits now. Aiming to be at 7 laps at the end of this lap. It's the American, is it the American driver or is this? Don't know who it is. Can't remember. It's Fontana, that's who it is. American driver, we were quite correct. We flew that. We actually went airborne. 7.5. Fuel map 2. Almost got the fuel to where it needs to be, but we're doing okay at that point. Oh, grass, hello. Oh, Chihuahua. 7.1. Oh. It changed the screen on us. Fuel map where it needs to be. Look, 7.0, 7 laps remaining. Another back marker goes behind. We've got a fair stretch before we get to the next one. But we're back on purples, which is great to see. About practice at these type of events. See if we can slam it into this corner. We were 0.314 inside fastest lap. Oh, we gravelled it. Not good. Carrying a bit too much pace into there. We'll try again. We were lucky to get out of that gravel trap alive. We're on perfect fuel, so inside the 2.0s. We're a minute down. Too many mistakes. But it's good fun. This race is tremendous. It is one of the best races in the entire game. For the challenge, anyway. Just got to find a way to get those lap times down. The first stint when you're full of fuel, if you can do 58s every one, and then the remaining stints, just try and hit 17s every lap, and then get your fuel rate mix right. That would be nice. Heard the rears lock up then. I don't think we have brake balance adjustment, do we? I don't think we do. I don't think we ever have. Fastest lap feels like it's going to stick. So close. So we're catching up with Mats and Unger, I believe, in the Lexus. Looking at the colour and the shape of the car. I wonder what this race will be like in VR. Half a second up, and I think we lost that entire half second in that corner. Gallo now, the closest car to us, goes to the pits, leaving Rubbelaar the opportunity to he's 44 seconds behind. We get past Mats and Unger, he leaves the door open for us. We won't be purple now, not by a long way. 0.059. Wowzers. If we can get this corner right. Okay then, 4 laps to go, fuel's down. We're going to have to short shift a little bit. Yeah. we're half a second up. We can hardly give that away, can we? And we gave it away. Next corner. As George Michael said, the very next corner you gave it away. Oh, we didn't. We only gave away 0.25. Let's see where we can give the next 0.25 away. Gave 0.1 away. Where do we run out of fuel? There. That's where we're going to run out of fuel if we keep doing what we're doing. We can't do it. 58.096. Come on, we've got to get to the end with fuel. Come on. We don't have to, actually. We can just coast across the line. We're 51.8 seconds ahead. It's as though those guys will struggle to make that. They might struggle to make the final lap at this point. Mr. J. Wong. The car bit us. We saved that. You don't know how much of a save that was. Wow. Short shift, 0.47 behind. It's going to be a 58.1. Who's that in front of us? What is it? Looks like a Mustang. It's not, it's a Nissan, it's Mr. Ordonez. He lets us go. "56 seconds in the lead. We're definitely going to run out of fuel on the final lap, but only just coming down the hill, so there's no major drama. We're good. Purple first sector, absolutely flying. See how we go. We're going on to lap 30. We're not going to get to 31. Oh. So with 1 lap to go, we're going to change that fuel map just to make sure we get home. Let's really summarise what this car about. It's phenomenal. It is the better of the 2 Porsches. This car replaces, it adds to the pack. The current GR3 Porsche, the whatever model it is, 911 GT3, whatever it is. It's light, it's nimble, it's controllable. You can feel when the back end steps out, you can catch it. And I appreciate I've got the aids on, but a faster driver would make it go faster. It's definitely 57 capable. Definitely. Mr. Fontana's there to be overtook again. Is that a double lapping of Fontana? Can't be, surely not. It is, he's in 20th. Mr. Moreno got past him. He kind of moves out of the way, but then doesn't want to. There is Moreno. Miazano goes through the line. The clock has gone to 0. We've done everything to get the 30 laps, but not the 31. We were very clearly a minute behind. But it is what it is. It's about the car, not the race. The car is an absolute beauty, and depending how that stacks up on the BOP, which we don't officially know as yet, because I haven't seen any BOP information, it is a great car as we go through the line. 30 laps complete and that'll get you gold. That's all you have to do. It is as straightforward as that. It's a relatively straightforward process. So 13 laps, we got the 1:58.046. We were 1 minute 1 second ahead of Mr. Rubilar. And then that field was quite close at 2-second gap back to Yamanaka. Last car was Mr. Fontana, as we saw. We got well, we would have caught Mr. Moreno, Mr. Huffman and Mr. Sana maybe again. They were all 2 laps down because based on the timing. And it is where it is. It's a decent race, decent car. So there she is, there's the livery. Sponsored by Cafe to You, one of the Make-A-Wish sponsors. And it is what it is. Great little motor car. And let's just give you those settings before we go anywhere. Controller settings. As I say, we're on the Logitech RS50. We've got sensitivity at 10, which makes no odds, but we've got force feedback max torque on 7, force feedback sensitivity on 10, and we've got the relevant wheel settings going on here, which I'll give you in another video very soon. But there we have it, folks. Thank you very much. It's a fantastic car, the 911 GT3 RS 99222. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Goodbye for now.